Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And we're still working on Liszt. What am I going to do with this Liszt thing? I think, okay, I'm going to put these in a clump, and we'll just do these for this video because they're worth showing off. Hungariton did a lot of really fine Liszt recordings, especially the more obscure stuff, choral works and whatnot. And sadly, most of it's very hard to source now, and it's a shame. And Hungariton's still around. I get emails from them, and I wish they would do a Liszt edition. I really do. That would be exciting. But I'm going to do some of the Hungariton stuff because it was in a clump. So we'll take it in one clump. First, we have the oratorio, Christus. Okay, Christus is a big, long oratorio. This is with the Hungarian State Orchestra under Antal Dorati. Yeah, with Sándor Solyom-Nagy, baritone, Veronika Kincsas, baritone, Klára Takács, mezzo-soprano. No, she's not a baritone. Veronika Kincsas is a soprano, right? Did I say baritone? Who knows? Klára Takács, mezzo-soprano, János P.B. Nagy, tenor, and László Polgár, bass. And you've got a children's choir and a harmoniumist and an organ thing, and it's 3 discs, and it's such a snooze. It has beautiful things. It does. But it's kind of patchy, and for me anyway, I just find it rather droopy. I'm sorry about that, but it's droopy. On the other hand, the legend of Saint Elizabeth is extraordinary. It's a masterpiece. It's his great choral work. It's a big, long sucker. I mean, it's 3 discs, yes. And here we have, it's Arpadio with the Hungarian State Orchestra, and the usual, there's a male choir and another choir and a children's choir, and the Hungarian Army male chorus. Well, they're militant. Then you've got, let's see, Kolos Kovács, Eva Farkas, Sándor Solyom-Nagy, Eva Marton is Elizabeth. Well, there you go. Joseph Gregor, Frederick II, and István Gatti is Hungarian magnate and the seneschal. This is a good work. It's interesting. It's a good story. I mean, she's a martyr, of course, but it's a good story, and it's colorful, and it's got some wonderful thematic ideas. Mahler thought it was a masterpiece, and now I don't trust what anyone tells me about other things, other people's work. You make up your own mind. You do, I do, we all do. Although, of course, you should take my word for everything. But this is great. I mean, it's great that this is here. You don't find that many St. Elizabeths. There's another recording on CPO, thank goodness. So there is a little bit of choice, but that's quite wonderful. So that's good to see. Oh, we just talked about this. This is his Grand Mass, the Missa Solemnis, or the Grand Festival Mass, which was written for the dedication of the Basilica in the city of Gran, Hungary, and it's a masterpiece. It's really, really first-class 19th century sacred music, and nobody knows it. So I'm happy to mention it again. This is like the only, there's one other recording, but there are 2, very few. Boy, this should be really played, and people should get to know it, and it needs a dazzling new digital recording. This is the János Ferencsik recording. It's just very, very good, but, we really could use it just needs more attention. It really does. So, and I have some other Liszt choral music bopping around here somewhere, but that's that. The Faust Symphony on Hungariton with Ferencsik, which is really cool. I mean, Ferencsik was a fine conductor, and I really am happy to have a lot of his Hungariton recordings. You've got, let's see, who's singing? György Korondi, tenor, the Hungarian Male Army Chorus. I don't think there was a Hungarian Female Army Chorus. Do you? And the Hungarian State Orchestra. It's a good performance. Nobody ever talked about it, of course, because it was on Hungariton, and it was, sort of, when was it recorded? I think it's a little long in the tooth. I can find a recording date here. Oh, dear. Let's see. Recording date in the back. It's got to be 78. There we go. Yeah. So, and there are lots of Faust symphonies around, so it didn't get much play, but it's a fine performance. It really is. And I enjoyed it. And I still enjoy it. This one is the Dante Symphony with Veronica Kinches and ladies of the Hungarian Radio and Television Chorus. Notice it's not ladies of the Hungarian Army Chorus. No, it's not. With the Budapest Symphony under György Lehel. Yeah, yummy. Absolutely yummy. I mean, I think the Dante Symphony is kind of, kitschy. I like the first movement. The problem is that nobody plays it ferociously enough. It's got to be completely vulgar and tasteless and over the top, and everybody else takes it too seriously. Even this one, it's a good performance, but it just needs to be more screechy and bombastic when you're doing the Inferno, and the rest of it is sort of saccharine. So, we're waiting for a great Dante Symphony recording still. We really are. And then we've got, on Hungariton, the piano concertos. Well, this is yummy, and the Totentants and the Hungarian Fantasy, with Gyula Kiss doing the first piano concerto, and everything else is Jano Jando, before he took over Naxos and recorded the entire piano repertoire of the whole universe. It's János Ferencsik and the Hungarian State Orchestra. So I like these. Very much. I mean, and Jando was a name before Naxos found him, as you can see from this. This is really kind of cool. So again, that's another sort of collector's item that I'm hanging on to. And that's this little pile of Hungariton Liszt recordings. There are lots more. I'm going to see if I have some more back there. I may have some more upstairs. Who knows? They're around, and it's always fun to discover them and see what I was collecting back in the day. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.